It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this past week, I went back to Langley. But not with Martian, not with Grumman. I had to go over to the special activities. Yeah, I went there. Let me get into that. First couple things. I want to give a big shout out to Dallas, Texas. Got some plays in Dallas this past week. Gracias. Gratitude. And I heard Big 3 basketball will be in your space, I think next week or the week after. It's coming up in the next couple weeks. They're going to play 3-on-3 basketball in your city. I was watching on TV this week. It's brought to you by Ice Cube and the rest of his crew. Phenomenal show, entertainment. It's great. I played a bunch of 3-on-3s back in the day. Ice Cube has brought that to the mainstream with, network television. And you see professionals play 3-on-3 basketball. They've not brought it to my city. If I did, I would go to it. I hope some of you guys are able to enjoy that Big 3 basketball in Dallas, Texas. So appreciate you listening, guys. It's gratitude. And additionally, this episode is brought to you by the album called The Lucha of Language by the one and only Che Mysterio, which is actually me. It's me, Che Cortez, as Che Mysterio. It's me rapping in unique style over electronic synth beats. This particular album is influenced by Lucha Libre wrestling, Latino culture, my own lifestyle, art, just so many different things. When I was coming up as a young person, I watched wrestling, but Lucha Libre wrestling, those luchadors like in WCW with Rey Mysterio came through there, La Parca, all the other dudes. I remember LWO, Latino World Order, one of my favorite factions, bro. Love them back in the day. If you old, you know what I'm talking about, bro. But the luchador style, the Hurricanranas, phenomenal, bro. Love that so much. There's some dope wrestlers, bro. Love that. Then the WWE got him too. In Mexico, with the AAA, Luchador, can't remember the name specifically. It's been big for a long time, and I love that. So this album's kind of like, kind of paying tribute to it a little bit, kind of influenced by it. So if you heard the album, put the link below, check it out. Now, let's get on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I went back to Langley, but I wasn't hanging with Martian or Gremlin or the rest of the crew over at the agency. You know what I'm talking about. They had to transfer me, bro. I had to go to special activities. They sent me to the Ukraine. They didn't need me to analyze stuff or run knocks. They needed me to go to war. This is not true at all. I didn't go to any kind of war. I'm just a podcaster. But I did watch the Lioness on Paramount. And this is what happened to Lioness. The Lioness, Jo, the main character, she's part of the special activities unit of the CIA, and they sent her to the Ukraine. And I'm gonna get on to that. Spoil. Right from the jump, like first 5-10 minutes in, they are right to the Ukraine. And they're showing the warfare of the Ukraine. Now, first of all, I don't know if this is true to life or not. If this is true to life, it is super messed up, right? Now, have you ever seen Private Ryan? Yeah, you see Private Ryan? Like how Private Ryan was, Saving Private Ryan? Yeah, it's like that, but with technology in it. It's madness. There's a quote in the show, one of the characters, it's like taking World War I and blending with Star Wars. That's a very good analogy, because the visual of it is absolutely looks like old school World War I trench warfare, but they had all these technical weapons, these drones, you got this automated tank with nobody in it. It's absolute craziness. If this is even close to warfare it's like over in Ukraine, it's madness. Now, I've watched a lot of police SWAT shows, more, and they showed them clearing buildings in the city, right? And I watched them many times. I believe there's some accuracy in that when they're clearing, houses. Okay, you clearing houses in Los Angeles, that's one thing. In a war zone, it's just absolute madness. It's like I can't even imagine what it'd be like being in that space. On a side note, they got Taylor Sheridan, the guy that creates everything. The guy's running all these different shows. He's in the show acting, playing a soldier. He looks to a place where he's phenomenally good at it. I mean, he's so believable as a soldier leading the team, so good. But that warfare in that space, oh my gosh. I didn't even know war was even like that. I thought it was all this asymmetrical, things going on. This is nothing like that. This does look like World War blend with technology. It's absolute craziness. And there was these drone swarms are showing in the show where they kind of had to battle that. Now, I had read like 5 years ago that they were weaponizing drones. And they were using them for all types of different things. And I read it, I knew it, I was aware of it, and I knew when they first made drones, yeah, this is happening. But to visually see how that works, it's craziness. Like, it's like a Tom Cruise Minority Report movie. It's madness. This is actually happening. Like, it's so crazy. And this is just the beginning. But we're just getting started with this. You fast forward a decade out, 20 years out, I mean, it's going to be absolute madness. You blend AI into it. You blend all this other automated crap. I mean, it's going to be such madness. I mean, they need to do something to mitigate that as quick as possible, because it can just so get out of control. For me, just seeing this one visual of how this would work, I was imagining all the different ways it could go with that technology. I mean, there's so many ways faster in the future that they could just get so out of control. It's absolute madness. And it's just the beginning. I mean, seriously, I mean, a decade out, 20 years out, 50 years out, I don't know what it's going to look like. It's just crazy. I am no warfare expert. I've been training weapons, strategy. I've never been to war. I've never been in the military. I don't even own a firearm. I didn't go to the firing range. None of this. I didn't even do none of that. But just from looking and observing, what's going on there. And this is no critique to anyone in the armed forces and military, because I would never pretend to know more than you. It's just me from observing and looking. Now, first of all, what is shown in the show? Now, is it reality or not? Or is this just shown for like visual entertainment purposes? Now, it's for visual entertainment purposes. Okay, get it. But if this is the actual reality of it, they show like the soldiers, the Joe and team, trying to shoot these drones down like one by one, like at a target range. And like there were so many on it, I just feel it's very ineffective. This may be how it is, but I suspect it's not. I suspect we're not getting the reality of that, because it seemed more beneficial to shoot some kind of EMP weapon to just shut them all down. Tagging little drones one by one with a firearm doesn't seem like very effective. They would need personally a larger swarm, like a shotgun or something, because these drones are tiny, right? So I suspect that maybe they're showing this for entertainment purposes, or maybe they don't have the technology weaponry to do that. But it seems that if you have a swarm of drones coming at you, the best thing would just be to shut it down. I mean, they're obviously controlled some way, and you can just shut that part of it down, and it would just negate all those. And that might happen, or maybe they didn't have the technology there, or maybe they want to show for the show because it would make not for good entertainment. But if that is the case, they should work on that as soon as possible. They need some kind of weaponized EMP to shut all that down. Because I mean, the swarms of drones are crazy. It was just like, it's like almost like a bunch of bees or something. It looked craziness. And if that's even close or similar to what's happening in that war zone, it's like, oh my gosh, the blend of old war and new technology, shoot. Now, I'm a human being, and I have meta glasses, Ray-Ban, smart glasses, have those. And these particular technologies that I'm using in my daily life, walking around, doing stuff, just with those, have leveled me up significantly. Now, these aren't even like for war or military, but I imagine if you took these kind of technology and you weaponized or made it for warfare, I mean, it's just like next level, like warfare. I'm sure people sat around and says, how can we use these for the military? They're already doing it, probably, most likely. But I mean, as we progress forward, I mean, the technology, when they blend it for warfare, is going to get just unbelievable. It's going to seem like magic. Now, do you remember there's a Ghost Recon game back they called it? It was like Future War or something. And I believe a lot of things they showed in it, I mean, have came to reality. If I remember this correctly, it's been a while. I think it does have a lot of the concepts we see now that had talked about in the game a while back. I think it's correct. I may be wrong. Anyways, this whole episode is basically them going over and fighting in a war zone in Ukraine of all places. You see what's going on in the news, and you hear about it, but you don't know it because you don't see it. Like, if this is even close, like this is what's happening over there with all those people. I live in the United States of America. I go to the grocery store, I drive down the street, get gas. There's crime here, there's thugs doing crime and stuff, but it ain't like that. It ain't no war zone, bro. Like, you just walk in some place and there's just swarms of drones and firearms and shooting and guns and smoke and grenades coming at you like crazy, bombing from the skies. Absolute madness. This is going on in Israel as well, in that area as well. It's just craziness. I feel so blessed and lucky to be in the United States of America, where all we do is, argue about, voting. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay, but like, that's pretty safe. We're just talking. There's not, war in the streets. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolute crazy if there's any kind of truth to that. And I already felt bad about the Ukraine going on there, the war there, it's craziness. But seeing the visual of that, it just made me like, damn, bro, they gotta stop this on both sides. Now, whatever side you support, doesn't matter, bro. Like, these are human beings dying, bro, getting hurt. No matter what side you're picking, it's messed up. And the lethality of what's going down there, some of the shows very graphic and lethal. Like, this is happening. War is super real, bro. And I have a lot of respect for the guys that go over there and do it. I was thinking earlier today, like, sometimes in my pressure life here where I'm at, I'm feeling stress. I'm not even in that space. Like, that space, like, is like next level stress and just like, I appreciate you guys doing it because it's super, super intense. You know, even in the beginning, right, when they send the Lioness over there and her crew, right? So, well, she's not the Lioness, but they send Joe and her crew and the Lioness over there. And the guys all said, like, bro, you guys haven't built for this warfare. You're saying you don't understand how this works. Like, you guys have to stay here because you don't know this. There's drones, bro. There's all types of things that you don't understand. You've not been on the battlefield, bro. You've not seen these things. You're not prepared to train for this. And when I saw it, I understand why they're saying that. I'd imagine there had to be some training to operate in that theater, right? Even Joe says, you know, I'm not in the Ukraine theater. I'm over in the Middle East, wherever she was at. It's a whole different game in that space. Like, bro, these people that are navigating that, probably some of the best soldiers on earth to survive and navigate that theater, bro. It's craziness. So anyways, praying for all you guys over there in the warfare zones over there, whatever country you're from. Don't want death at nobody. I feel for if there's any truth to this show, any accuracy or any kind of reality to it, which there probably is. A lot of these shows do put that in there. I'm feeling for you guys. I hope this gets resolved as soon as possible. It's been going on for a while. Like I said, I just like, yeah, I know people are getting hurt, passing away. It's not cool. So anyways, this show is phenomenally good. It's just telling stories that are human stories that, you know, people are really living this, right? And these are powerful, real stories from real humans that are walking these paths, right? And it makes me appreciate the freedoms we have in America, because that could be us. You know, it really could. I mean, it could be anybody, any place. And so anyways, I highly recommend that you check out Lioness. This is the 3rd season. I've watched the first 2 seasons. You should. Phenomenally good show. And so if you want to watch that, I'll put my Amazon affiliate link below to the show. Check that out. And like I said, I highly recommend you check it out and watch this season, last 2 seasons. If you're like me, like the espionage or the spy game, it's a little for the take. It's more the kinetic special operators, special activities guys with the guns. And then one last thing, bro. Like Paramount been dropping all types of spy stuff this last month. The Agency, the Lioness, all in a row. Now these are all the shows I normally watch all the time. I've been watching these for years, and they just hit them all at once. So like, bro, there's so much on TV right now. There was such a dry spell. It's Trek, and it's the Agency, it's a Lioness. Like, bro, oh my gosh, it's just so much. So anyways, I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you very much. And until next time, we'll see. Be brave, take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. Paulo Coelho. Till this time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks.